Okay, now, again, as I was saying, today we're going to learn a couple new forms, all right? And the first form I see up here that is new to you, all right? And like I said, just listen for a second. Just listen, is the point-slope form, all right? Now, the point-slope form is going to be written as y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1.
Ours are different.
Yeah, because some of them are front, like they're not front and back, so it's like two papers. So that means people are doing.
There's only 2 worksheets.
Exactly. We don't have the back though. Look.
Okay.
I have a back.
Okay, then just come get another one. Throw that away or whatever. You must have got the original copy. That's probably what happened. All right. Sorry. So again, today the point slope form. All right, and I'm going to blow it up a little bit so you can see that. But now listen, I want to show you something. You don't even have to memorize that. That's not necessary to memorize. The reason why it's not necessary to memorize is because once my teacher explained to me where that came from, it was easy. All right, so I want you to just look at this. M equals y2 minus y1. What is that the formula for? That's the formula for slope. Now please pay attention up here. Look up. Now I'm going to show you how this right here is exactly the same as that. It's the same exact thing. All right? It just doesn't look like it right now. All right? But watch. All I'm doing is I'm multiplying both sides of the equation by x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. Is everybody with me on that? Now, what happens? These things cancel, right? So we have y2 minus y1 equals m times x2 minus x1. Does everybody agree with that now, right? You should be able to look at that and say, okay, now I understand. Right? The only thing that's different is the fact that we kind of take out, the y2 and the x2. And the reason why we do that is because we're trying to write the equation. We're not trying to find the slope. In other words, we're putting in additional variables. All right? We're not trying to find the slope. All right? Again, let me say this one last time, just to make sure you're hearing me. The x and y are the points that are on the graph. All right? That's what makes up the line. All right? This x and this y right here, that's the point that the line goes through. That's the point that the line goes through. Now, again, all that's a lot, and I really don't want you writing that down. In a minute, I'm going to show you, and you're going to go, oh, wow, that's so easy. All right, that's very easy. All right, so the thing you have to try to keep in mind is this formula right here. This is the important thing. That's the important thing. All right, so with that in mind, all right, I'm going to come down here to question number 1. And now, again, you are going to really be amazed. All right, this is even easier than last week. All right, there's just a second method. All right, now, what is the slope of the line for number 1? 3, because they're telling you. But we could go up 3 and over 1. Is everybody happy with that, right? And what point does it go through? -1, -2. Does everybody see that? This is the point that it goes through, right? So this right here is what I'm telling you is x1, y1. All right? The point that the graph goes through, that's the point that we're going to use. Now look, please pay attention because you're going to say that's it, and I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say, I don't understand why kids can't do that. I have no idea. All right, so you make a note to yourself, this is simple. All right, now watch the answer. Y minus -2 equals 3 times x minus negative 1. Now, what did I do for m? I replaced m with what? 3. What did I replace for x and y? Negative 1, negative 2. Is everybody with me? Now, of course, we all understand the double negatives make a what? So the answer is y plus 2 equals 3 times x plus 1. That's the answer. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's it.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, it's that simple. And like I tell everybody, I don't understand what you don't understand. Right? You're simply plugging in numbers into the equation. That's it. All right, put your hands down for 1 second. Thank you. I'll get to you, I promise. All right, so now I want to take everybody to question number 2. All right, now if I were you, I would every time write the equation of the line. I would write the equation of the line so you memorize it for those of you guys who need to. So you want to give me the answer to number 2? Go for it.
Alright, so it would be y minus 2.
Y minus a
Negative.
negative 2.
So that's supposed to be
Yeah, that's actually what I want you to do from now on. I don't like the double negatives. That's just wasting time.
So
Y plus 2.
equals negative 1.
Good.
X minus 1.
Look at, I am telling you, that's it, guys. That is all there is to it. And like I said, I don't know what some of you guys are doing. I honestly, I'm trying to figure you out. Now what I'm saying is, if you don't know, for some reason, you didn't follow me on that, or your iPad wasn't working, or you were daydreaming, I want to know now what you don't know. You good? I mean, it's simple. All right, so again, we're going to paste the equation. All right, and now I'm going to have Allie.
Oh,
Now, okay, go ahead. Tell me this one.
okay. So you would do. Okay, so it would be y plus 3 equals 2.
What's m?
Oh, 0.
Keep going.
0 times
X.
0.
Look right here. That's why we're following the equation. Look up.
Uh-huh.
What's the x stays?
Okay. Oh, x minus 2.
And then there you go.
Okay.
That's it. Y plus 3 equals 0 times x minus 2. That's how simple.
Oh.
You're just plugging numbers into the formula. Hayes, you good?
Yeah.
What?
Wait. So when do you know when to use this? Like that?
Well, we have to read the directions.
Oh, the point slope. Okay.
There you go. Point slope. All right. Now, for number 4, I need everybody to highlight this. All right. I don't make my kids do this because when the slope is 0, I just want you to know when the slope is 0, it's always at what type of line?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. Right? So the answer is just y equals.
Whatever y.
And whatever y is. So the answer for number 4 is just what?
y
equals
Y equals 1. All right, that's the exception. You're not putting something that's undefined or something with a slope of 0. Those are special cases. Does everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Right, so you just write y equals 1 because you're smart. You hear me? What?
Is vertical undefined?
Vertical is the undefined, which would be x equals. Good, Jack, I'm glad to hear you. What?
Like number 3 at the end, like x plus 2. How do you add?
Because you see this minus sign? That means the opposite of whatever x is. What is x? X is 2. What's the
So
opposite?
if it's negative 2, then it's
Exactly. Good job. That's what I want to hear out of you. All right? Exactly. Go.
You said, like, you gave us another formula, like m equals y2 minus y1. What is that?
That was the slope formula.
When do
So
we-
last week it was like find the slope of the line that contains the points.
yeah.
And you had to go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
Yeah.
You good? So that's how you do that. All right? So here we go. All right. Number 5. Freddie, tell me.
Okay,
the answer.
X, Y. So it wouldn't be Y equals, no, it's, okay, so X, Y, so 6, or Y plus 6,
Y what?
Y minus 6
Good.
equals 8, and then X plus 4.
Look, guys, I mean, like I said, don't be mad at me, but I just don't understand. I really don't. Now, look, again, I skipped a step, but I really just think it would just be a good idea to do what? Write the equation. All I'm doing is plugging numbers into an equation. Does everybody understand that? All right. So, Connor Drinkard, you're up.
Okay. So it's y plus 3 equals negative 4 x minus 1.
Yeah, now, Connor, it'd be nice if you sat up, right? Get your feet off or your hands off your mouth. I don't care if you're tired. All right. All right. Number 7, Pickens.
Number 7, okay, so it's y plus 6 equals 1 times x minus 1.
Yeah, you guys, I'm not understanding some of you. Demo, number 8.
Alright, so y.
Hold on, slow down. Give me some time here, man.
Slow down.
All right, Demo, now you're up.
Y equals 3.
Start again.
Oh, y.
Y. Then you're minusing.
Minus 3.
Whatever. Yes, y minus 3.
Y minus 3. And then equals
Yes.
4 over 3.
Yes.
And then x.
Leave the x.
Yeah, plus 3.
Well, not plus 3, but
So how
get
come
yourself straight now, Demo. You hear me?
how come it
Look at
doesn't-
that again. Be quiet. Make sure you're good, Demo.
Yeah.
Drew, what? It's a new topic. What?
So how come it doesn't just default to like positive instead of just
I don't know what you mean by default,
like
but here, listen, listen. That is the equation that you're plugging numbers into. So I'm trying to make earlier this note. This means the opposite of whatever y is. This means the opposite of whatever x is. That's what the minus is for. It's not a negative, all right? It means the opposite of whatever x is. Is everybody with me on this? All right? Now, the next thing is I need to show you about standard form.
there's one more.
All right? Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more. So let's have, all right, go. Sandra.
Y
Good?
plus 1
I'm listening.
equals negative 5 over 4, and then in parentheses x plus 5.
Beautiful. Again, like I said, guys, there's nothing to it. Nothing. All right? Now, again, when you take calculus your senior year, everything is written in point-slope form. That is the standard. Slope-intercept form is not used that often because not very often are you given the what? The y-intercept. All right, you have to find the y-intercept, which creates another step. If you use the point-slope form, all you need is a point and a slope, and just plug it in and your answer is done. Is everybody with me? All right. Now, the next form was something that we used a lot in high school, but they've changed it. Now, standard form is used because if you write it in standard form, everybody will always have the same answer. All right? Because it's a format. When you write in point-slope form, there's lots of points that the line can go through. All right? So now, let me explain to you what standard form looks like. Standard form, I just want everybody to write down ax plus by equals c. That's standard form. All right? And basically what that means is x and y go on the left and the constant goes on the right. All right, there's a few rules, so listen to me about the rules. You're not allowed to have fractions, and a is positive. Those are the rules. No fractions. A must be positive. And A, B, and C technically have to be relatively prime, but I'm not worried about that. All right? Relatively prime just means you can't divide A, B, and C by a number. Thank you. What? That's exactly correct. All right? So you'll see what I mean. All right? Right now, on number 10, all right, you're just rearranging the formula. So X and Y are on the same side. Now look, X has to be positive. Is everybody with me? So that means I'm going to throw Y over here, and I'm going to throw 2 over here. Does everybody agree with that? Because I want the X always to be positive. So my answer, if I move Y from the left to the right, the Y becomes what? So X minus Y equals. Now if I move the 2 from the right to the left, it becomes 1 minus 2. What's 1 minus 2? Now listen, this requires some good mental math. So if you're not seeing it, I need to walk you through it. Yes?
Okay, if you're moving y over y, wouldn't it be like -2 plus 1
It is. It is. But I just look. So watch. You're 100% right. So 1 minus 2 is -1 equals X minus Y. That's what you said. 1 minus 2 is what?
-1.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
That's what you said.
Okay, I did negative. Oh, that's the same answer, whatever.
Yes, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. So because we have, right, we just reverse the order because X and Y have to be on the left.
Oh.
Quickly, good for
So
you.
isn't X already positive then?
Yeah, so we're done.
No, like before you move it.
I didn't move it.
You moved the Y.
I moved the Y.
Oops. Wait, but so the X just stays the same though.
The X stays the same because I didn't move it. All right?
So if something's
Here we go.
positive, it changes to negative when you move
Here we
it.
go. Here we go. Now for question number 11. Shh. James, keep your comments to yourself. Face the front. I don't want to hear your mouth. All right. Now, again, a little bit harder now. A little bit harder. All right. So Y plus 9 equals -3X plus 6. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
I had to distribute. I distribute.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right? Now, I need to move the -3x because it's negative, right? So I'm going to move the -3x over here, and I'm going to move the 9. Yes, I'm going to move the 9 to the right over here. All right? Now, when I move the -3x to the other side, it becomes what? So my answer, you should be able to easily see 3x plus y equals -3. 6 minus 9, -3. Everybody with me on this? Everybody good?
Is that it?
That's the answer. That's it. X and Y are on the same side. X is positive, and there aren't any fractions. All right, those are the rules. All right? Take a look at number 12. All right, for number 12, I'm going to distribute. All right, so here we go. Y minus 7 equals 4x plus 16. Everybody happy with that?
Move the X to the left.
I have to move. Now listen, the 4x is positive, correct?
Yeah.
So if I move that, that's going to make it what? Negative, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to move the y. So I'm going to take the y, and I'm going to move it over here. And then I'm going to take the 16, and I'm going to move it over here. Does everybody agree with that? All right. So when I move the y, it becomes 4x minus y. Out there, are you with me on that?
Yeah.
4x minus y
Oh,
equals, now, if it's 16 on the right, it's what? Negative 16 on the left. So -16 and -7 makes -23. That's all we're doing there, guys. Connor, come on. Stop daydreaming. What?
How did you get it?
I'm listening.
How did you get the 4x minus y? Because you didn't move the 4.
Okay, so watch what I did, just to make sure you're hearing me. I'm physically taking the y and moving it over here.
Okay.
And when I move it over there, it becomes a what? Negative. I'm going to physically move the positive 16 over here, and that makes it what? That makes it negative 16. You hear me now?
Yeah.
Right? Good.
So the formula is ax plus by, but doesn't matter if ax like
Very smart. She's asking me a good question. Listen to me. Just because it says ax plus by equals c, listen, does that mean this over here has to be positive? No, because the b itself could be what? You with me now, right? All right. But this over here must be positive. All right. All right, let's take a look. What, Sandra? Hurry up.
Okay, never mind.
All right, let's take a look now. Let's see how we're doing with 13. 13, distribute the negative. Y minus 4 equals negative x plus 1, right? So is the x positive or negative? So I'm going to move it to the left. So when I move it to the left, it becomes? So it's going to be x. The y is positive already, right? Now the negative 4 on the left has to go to the right. So you make it positive 4 equals 5. Come on, guys. You're practicing moving numbers around. If that's a weakness, make it a strength right now. Practice with me.
1 is staying in the exact same place.
Right, so the sign doesn't change, right?
Yes, yeah, so wouldn't it be 4 minus 1?
Just please watch. The negative 4 comes over here, Allie, as a what?
Oh, okay.
Come on, you're getting the hang of it. Just keep trying. Keep trying. Doesn't matter. Keep trying. All right? You with me?
Yeah.
You good? Michael? All right, 14. Here we go. Distribute the 4. Y minus 6 equals 4x plus 12. What do I need to move? The y has to move. All right, so I'm going to pick the y up and I'm going to put it over here, and it becomes what? It becomes negative. I'm going to pick the 12 up, and I'm going to move it over here, and it becomes what? Negative. Come on, guys, that was easy. Now, you're just going to write it as? There we go. Well, you got to look and fix.
Oh, because I subtracted this.
All right, you got to be careful. Be careful with the positives and negatives. That's the biggest mistake. All right, here we go. 15, distributing a negative. So y plus 5 equals negative 5x plus 15. Drew, what am I doing?
Alright, you're gonna move the x,
Right?
so it'll be positive.
Good job.
You're gonna move the 5 over to negative.
Good.
And then you'll have negative 5x.
It'll be what?
Oh no, it'll be y plus 5x.
But put the x first.
Okay, so 5x plus y.
Good.
And then
Equals?
equals 10.
Yes, sir. Allie, you good?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Come on, Connor. Daydreaming. All right, 16. Here we go. A couple more, and then we got a couple fractions I need to show you. All right. Distributing y minus 10 equals negative 2x plus 6. Now remember, negative times a negative is a positive when you make sure you do the distributive properly, correctly. All right, Maxine, what am I doing?
Alright, so 16.
What am I doing?
You're doing standard form.
I know.
Okay, I was supposed to be I see. And so you're distributing first.
Go. Matt, come on. Go ahead. Go.
Okay, so you're gonna move negative 2x.
Exactly.
And then
It
move,
becomes what?
so 2x plus y, and then that, and then you move the negative 10 over, so then it equals 6.
All right, so your final answer is?
2x plus y equals 6.
Yeah, again, my opinion is you should be following along with me. All right? Don't try to go ahead because there's things I'm reinforcing. All right? It's super important to listen to me. Even though it's hard, I understand. All right? 17 now. We have our first problem. We have a fraction. All right, so you have to listen to me about the fraction. Hear me, please. Listen. All right? What I want to do now is I'm not allowed to have a fraction. So I'm going to multiply. Yeah. Again, when you're taking care of a fraction, he's right. You're going to kind of multiply by the reciprocal. But I don't like to say multiplying by the reciprocal because if it's, for example, 3/4, that's not the right answer. All right? You're multiplying it by the denominator. So I'm going to multiply this side by 2, and I'm going to multiply this side by 2. All right? That eliminates the fraction. You have to listen now. This is a little bit harder. Now, if I multiply the left side by 2, I end up with what? 2y minus 4. That's what you need to say. You're multiplying the whole left side by 2. Now, if I multiply the right side by 2, what happens to this 2 right here and this 2 right here? They cancel out. So now, all I need to do is distribute the negative. All I need to do is distribute the negative. And it's kind of like distributing a -1. So when I do that, it becomes negative x plus 4. Now again, where people make the mistake is that they forget to distribute the negative. They forget to distribute the negative. All right? Now you're looking at it, there's no fractions. All right, so that's good. All right, so now I'm looking at the negative x, and I have to push that where? To the other side, and when I push it to the other side, it becomes a positive. And then I push the -4 to the right side, and it becomes a positive. All right, so my answer is x plus 2y equals 8. All right? Yes, quick, come on.
Why is it, how did you get, so the original equation was 2y minus 4, and it was negative x plus 4, so how do you get plus 4?
Because I moved this was over here as a -4.
I know, but
So I
the
moved it.
original equation before you did all that, how did you get plus 4?
It was a -4 over here is what I'm telling you. 2 times -2, pay attention. This right here is -4 when I distribute. You see that? So if I pick this up and move it to the other side, it becomes a what? You hear me, right? Positive 4. Good. Very good. Thank you. All right. So now, for 18, what do I do? Yes. No.
Or not reciprocal.
Multiply by 3. Thank you. Multiply by 3. So come over here. You put a 3, put parentheses if you want, times 3 right here. Hold up, hold up. So now, listen. What I want to do is for tomorrow, 1 through 8, well, 1 through 15 on the second worksheet. 1 through 15 on the second worksheet.
It's homework?
No, it's for bed work.
No, schoolwork.